Good morning, it is Saturday the 15th of April and I am down in Manchester this weekend and I'm taking in Stretford parkrun today. I'm Douglas and this is Scottish Parkrun. So yeah, not in Scotland today, as I say, down in Manchester, and I'm here because I'm doing Manchester Marathon tomorrow. That's us, about a mile to go now, joining me live on the race, finally. Whew, it's been tough. Which will be my first ever marathon, so quite excited, quite nervous, but really looking forward to it. So thought I'd come down a day early and get in a local park run while I'm here. Stretford was one of the closest to where I'm staying, and it looks like quite an interesting park run. As you can see, we're on an athletics track right now, so we have, I think, a lap of this to start with, then 2 laps around Longford Park, and then we finish back on the track again. Not 100% sure, so I'll definitely check out the first timers brief to make sure, but yeah, looking forward to this as a wee warm up before the marathon tomorrow. Thank you. Well, as you can probably see, this is an incredibly busy park run today. As I was saying earlier, I think it's quite busy normally, but a lot of extra folk for the marathon. That first lap of the track, I think, took about 3 minutes or something like that. And I have a feeling that the front runners probably got round and lapped some folk before we even left the track, which would have been interesting given how busy it was. But aye, onto the actual park section and tulips outside the track now. As I alluded to earlier, tomorrow is Manchester Marathon, my first ever marathon, and will mark the end of 16 weeks of training for that, which has been a bit of an eye-opener. It was a sort of standard marathon training plan, build for 3 weeks, take an easy week, and then repeat that 4 times, so it's kind of 4x4 week block. And yeah, a lot of miles. It's quite tough actually. That's the first lap completed, just as we were approaching the end of it there. Few shouts of keep right for the faster runners coming through that were just lapping us at that point as they were about to head back into the stadium. So there were some quick times there, possibly around 15 minutes. So I'm assuming they're probably not running the marathon tomorrow. But aye, good going. When I first signed up for the marathon, I think I kind of built it up in my head that this was going to be perhaps my one and only marathon. It had never been something I was interested in before, but I finally thought, I should do at least one, see what it's like, and then if I don't like it, don't need to do another one, whatever. But I was then like, oh, this is my one and only shot, so I really need to go for it. And I probably set myself a quite optimistic target of just going under 3 hours for it. And I'd set off on my training plan to try and accomplish that. So it was big miles. There was a number of weeks that were over 100 kilometres. Some of them were up to 130k, which in hindsight maybe wasn't the best idea. I did the first 10 weeks, that all went fine. Had some, you know, got those big miles in, big long tempo training sessions, etc. It was all going great, but then I think it just took its toll on my body in the last 5 or 6 weeks. I've been a bit of a struggle to get through. Had some knee injuries, hamstring went at one point, but thankfully I've gotten over them and we're feeling mostly okay ahead of tomorrow. But I think the 3 hour target is out the window now, so I'm going to scale that back and maybe go for 3:10, 3:15, something like that.
Yes, parkrun, John, here I am. Recovering from cancer.
Oh really?
Yeah.
And
I'm going good, mate.
Is this your local park run?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen you on YouTube.
Oh, really? Fantastic.
Yeah. Recognise your voice. Yeah, I'm involved in 5K Your Way.
Oh, really?
Which is a group of cancer people living with and beyond cancer. Last Saturday of every month. Don't matter if you walk, jog, or you bloody Usain Bolt. Get yourself down to park run. People like this as well, putting it on YouTube. Come on, have it. Cheers,
fantastic,
mate.
have a good run. Thank you. So yeah, I was saying I was looking to adjust my target. I think I got myself really worked into a bit of a state in the last few weeks, to be honest. Feeling quite anxious and nervous about it. And then just chatting to a few folk, kind of realised, you know, it's my first ever marathon. There's always more I can do if I want to go for a time at some point. So, you know, this should really be enjoyable. That's why you do it. I'm not a professional runner. Most people aren't. You sign up for these things because you want to do them, you want to enjoy them. So come down here to Manchester, have a nice weekend, hopefully have a good experience during the marathon, and ultimately I think just finish it, see how it goes, learn from it, and then, as I say, I can always do more in the future. So I think that's the key. Don't stress about it, enjoy it. That's us back on the track now for the final wee section of Stretford parkrun. That's actually quite a novel experience, getting to finish on a track. I think there's maybe one other, can't remember the name of it, but I saw somebody mention it somewhere. But yeah, if you're looking for something a bit different, this is really cool.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Remember your finish order.
Well, that is Stretford parkrun completed, and I really enjoyed that one actually. Running on the track was fantastic. 2 loops of a nice park as well. I mean, it was very, very busy. I think I was something like 361 in a time of 28 minutes or thereabouts. So imagine certainly quite high attendance today. But yeah, great fun, great event. Had some good times chatting to folk on the way round and at the finish as well, and telling, you know, getting some top tips for the marathon, hearing about other people's experiences. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it tomorrow, and fingers crossed that it goes well. Good morning. It is Sunday the 16th of April and it is now marathon day. Just left the hotel en route to the start. I'm due to enter my start pen about 8:30 with an estimated start time of 9:20 to get the race underway. And yeah, had a good sleep last night. Still feeling pretty nervous, excited. Don't know what to expect today, but it looks like actually quite pleasant conditions for the run today. You can see it's a lot more overcast today than it was at the park run yesterday, so hopefully that will keep it a wee bit cooler. Yeah, heading along to start now. Let's see how this goes. I'm not taking the camera around with me. I think that's just an added complication that I probably don't need, so I will catch you up after the run. That's us at about a mile to go now, joining me live on the race finally. Whew, it's been tough. That's us on the finish straight now. Finish line just up ahead, almost there. Fantastic. That's it, finished. First ever marathon completed. That was the last 5k, it was really tough. Although I got to mile 25, 1 mile to go, felt a wee bit of a second wind at that point. I was able to pick up the pace. I set off on the 3:15 pacer, fell behind towards the end, slowed right down, thought I might end up over 3:20, but I think I came in just under 3:18 there, so really pleased, really happy with that. Fantastic. Thank you. And there's the medal to prove that it's done. That's quite a nice big chunky medal, so there we go.